Good morning, fellow peeps and folks. I'm Allie, and today we are watching RWBY Fairytales. Technically, I was, well, not supposed to, but I had planned to go on with season 12 of Red vs. Blue, but I didn't because I needed something light right now. Just something in between that I can do and like in 2 weeks continue with Red vs. Blue, and that's fine. So we're doing RWBY Fairytales, which I wanted to do at some point at least, but they were very short, so I didn't really want them to do like week to week, and this is why I'm gonna do episodes 1, 2, and 3, and then episodes 4, 5, and 6 today. 2 videos for 6 episodes, basically. I do have the RWBY Fairytale book, however, I only read the first one, The Warrior in the Woods, because, I don't know, I didn't have time after that and stuff. So I know the story of The Warrior in the Woods, which is episode 6. And, of course, episode 5, The Girl in the Tower, I kind of have an idea what it might be about, but there are a few things that will be new to me, like, really new. And the way I will be doing this is not going to be like in Red vs. Blue. I'm just going to watch through and pause when I feel like it. I am going to pause after every one of those stories, which are like in between 5.5 and 7 minutes long, so it's fine. I'm gonna discuss every one on its own, so that's gonna be the plan. So yeah, I'm very curious what those will hold for us, if they will just be retellings, kind of like in the book. Of course, I will only know about that one when we get to episode 6, but or if there's gonna be like a few interesting revelations. We'll see. Like the girl in the tower, like how much else will we find out, you know? Those are like the questions. So yeah, I guess we will jump right in. So that's interesting, but a little weird. In the list of the episodes, the Grimm Child was supposed to have 7 minutes, but it only has 5 minutes and 12 seconds here, which I'm confused by. I looked up the second episode, which was supposed to have 7 minutes and 1 second, and it still has. So it doesn't seem to be a problem of the whole thing. I don't know. But yeah, the first episode of RWBY Fairytales is The Grimm Child. Grimm are walking horrors that roam the wilderness, but there are some that bring the terror closer to home. Very interesting, because if that child is really part Grimm and stuff, we could get like a few teases for what is yet to come. I don't know. I mean, the fairy tales are, as Ospen and all the others said, you know, a little bit the truth, but not all of it, and we never know what might be the important stuff. So let's just jump right in 3, 2, 1, and go. So first with the Rooster Teeth logo, of course. So, like the music already.
Many stories explore innocence as a blessing and a curse. A blessing to not understand evil, and a curse to not recognize it. However, all good stories do share one thing in common. They are not what you expect.
Alright, Ospen.
Poppy? Where'd you go? Come back! Poppy!
What a coward.
Alright. Well, it's getting dark. Probably in multiple ways.
See, Oak? Told you so.
Poppy and Oak.
Your turn.
Okay.
But it's dangerous. Mother and father say so.
Huh, come on, are you scared of trees? I double dare you. If you don't do it, I won't be your friend anymore.
You have to. You're my sister.
Not the same thing.
Well, you should be more worried about his safety because you're his sister, but fine. Yeah, this is not good.
Oak! You there?
You should have thought about that, like, multiple hours ago, but, you know. Well, damn.
Oak! You're cold.
Yeah, definitely Grimchild.
Let's go home.
He's like a zombie.
Poppy? What is it? Is Oak okay?
Just gotta chill in the forest. It's nothing.
Yeah,
forest?
sure.
But we're not supposed to go in there.
Oh, damn.
Sorry. Love you.
I don't think this will help right now. I think he escaped.
Oak?
What is he gonna do, though?
Mother? Father? Have you seen...
Okay. Okay. This just got a whole horror trip right now. I mean, of course, you know, we know who's to blame in the end. Just all of them.
I'm sorry. I love you.
Glasses? Yeah, more of those. So apparently it's not only Oak. Wow, they just all died on the spot. Kind of reminds me of the apathy thing. But a lot faster. Okay! Okay! Fine. Well,
Gotta go.
yep. Would be wise. Or,
Why not me?
yeah, she's gonna blame herself. I mean, understandable. Oh, and it happened to her too now. Yeah, it's really like a zombie apocalypse there.
We all have a certain natural inclination. We expect that evil should be easy to recognize rather than accepting it can lurk behind any face. And yet, we are often the slowest to see the darkness within ourselves.
Well, damn.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed that episode of RWBY Fairy Tales. To experience more folklore from the world of Remnant, you can actually pick up the book that this series was adapted from right now, wherever books are sold. Or just watch more episodes in the series as they drop here on Rooster Teeth. Either way supports the show and RWBY.
Alright, so... No, we don't want to watch the next one. So the Grimchild is that? Yeah, the Grimchild is an actual story in the book. I'm not gonna read it now, but I want to look at like a few pictures. So we have this picture here. I don't know if you can see it. Which obviously is a girl looking somewhere where there's eyes. And, ooh, yeah. Beautiful. And then a picture of a Grimm, but nothing really more. And honestly, having animated, like, visual stuff, that was a little frightening. Like, they really made a horror story out of this, which I didn't expect in the beginning. But I mean, it's the Grimm, so it works. So we did have Poppy and Oak, with Poppy being our protagonist, who in the end also kind of suffered. So the kind of Grimm that, you know, I don't know. There were two different, I don't know if there's two different stages to it. Because we saw Oak being kind of like with the skin like Salem. Being very zombie-like. Just walking along, but still walking. And breathing and whatever. So, you know, still kind of there, but very Grimm-like. And then we saw all these others who looked a lot more like when we saw what the apathy had done, but, you know, the apathy worked a lot slower. And this was pretty fast. And they were all grayed out and stuff, and with empty everything. And then we saw like this little flash of eyes that one time. So are those two different things, or, you know, two stages? Because she went farther than she had seen her brother. And there were more. And then she found one more of the, you know, Salem-skinned people. And then she got one herself. She became one of them. So I don't know how those are connected, if this is the same thing, or if it's like, you know, how you have with vampires. You have vampires and ghouls. So either you make a new vampire who's on your level, or, you know, slightly below, whatever, or you make ghouls who are just like, you know, souls you trapped and whatever. So kind of that distinction. It would work. But yeah, pretty gruesome story. And I told her that she was supposed to be a little bit more worried about his safety and not waiting until the night to go back in after him. But, well, I mean, she paid for it, I guess. The whole village paid for it. So yeah, that was The Grimm Child, the first episode. And then we have the second, The Hunter's Children. Again, children. A lone hunter protects a swampy village until disaster strikes. Will his children pick up the mantle? Okay. So, I think I saw something about it in the trailer. I did watch the trailer. But it usually just showed a few pictures. But I think I saw the group of children in that too. So yeah, let us just go on and see in 3, 2, 1, and go. This one's a little bit longer.
Long ago,
and yes,
there
still
lived a
often.
hunter in the swamps of Mistral. This was no ordinary hunter, though.
Okay.
He was a hunter of Grimm.
Yep. He actually has multiple weapons. Very interesting. Instead of having it combined into one, like we see nowadays, he actually has multiple ones.
Why are you the only one who hunts them?
My semblance tells me when Grimm are near.
That's
I have a duty
useful.
to protect them. One day, all of you will use your semblances to help others too.
Well, that'll be easy, because mine's the best. It leads me to whatever I need most. Sounds pretty useful to me.
Useful, but not strong. I can link ours with other people. It's easily the strongest.
Okay.
Having Grim isn't just about strength. I can use my semblance to calm people down.
Okay.
You don't need to be strong if you don't attract Grim in the first place.
So like Ren's
I don't have to worry about that. I can hide from Grim in plain sight.
invisibility. Okay.
Well, you can keep hiding with your eyes closed while the rest of us do the work.
You know,
It's gotta be the useful
there is
one.
danger in relying too much on one's own abilities. Especially when danger surrounds us on all sides.
They're gonna have to work together and
I
stuff.
would have hoped your mother taught you that.
Mom's dead apparently, I guess.
Has anyone seen Father today?
He's
He
gonna be
said
dead
he was
too.
going deeper into the swamps. Find out why the Grimm have been showing up more.
I have some bad news, kids.
So was that looked a lot like the husks from before?
What?
So was this just supposed to
What
be
are
like
we
a
going
shadow
to
person?
do?
We must stay and protect our home.
Someone without
Our
an
father.
identity.
It's not safe here or anywhere else. We have to find others and protect them too.
Father was trying to learn more about the Grim. We should learn more too, so we can be better prepared to face them.
Why does it matter? Father and Mother risked their lives for the village. Look what happened to them!
You need to fight back. Stop being foolish.
Yeah, they're gonna
As they
fight.
had countless times before, they argued long into the night.
We have to go help others. We have to think this through.
In the end,
We've got to do what Father wants us to do.
they went their separate ways.
Ooh.
The oldest daughter took up her father's mantle as protector of the village.
Okay.
But as attacks increased, the people sought refuge elsewhere.
Yeah, because she's not
The
strong
oldest
enough.
son searched for more villagers,
Yep. All destroyed.
but the Grimm had already gotten to them. When he finally found others to protect, not even his semblance was enough to overcome the Grimm. The youngest daughter set off to learn more about the Grimm.
Yeah. More the
without confronting
inquisitive
them.
one.
There was still much she didn't know.
Not a fighter.
And lastly, the youngest son set off to find adventure. But having never left home, soon became lost and afraid.
Yep. Oh. Sister came.
How's your adventure going?
Yeah, because he was calmed down, kind of like Ren is doing. Invisibility alone doesn't help.
They found new prey.
Then we should help.
Don't worry. We'll find a new home soon.
Alright.
Please, we have to stay calm.
So, 3 of them are now together. When is the 4th gonna join in? Probably
There's
right
too
now when
many.
things seem dire.
Miss me?
And all of them together. And of course
sorry for being
combined.
stubborn. There were too many Grimm for me to fight alone. Without you all, I lost direction. No wonder my semblance led me right back to my family.
Of course.
My
What she
true
needs
home.
most.
I'm sorry for leaving too. I'm stronger with all of you at my side. If we stick together, we can overcome anything.
I was wrong. Sometimes the best way to learn is to act.
I was the biggest fool of all. I was so selfish. I lost sight of what was most important.
Father died because he was fighting Grimm alone. I think we're better off as a team.
Yep. A team
For
of
the rest
4.
of their days, the Hunter's children defended the new village they built together and welcomed anyone seeking refuge from the Grimm. And often, over the years, the siblings ventured out into the world to offer help wherever they could, inspiring others with their bravery, heart, wisdom, and humility. May we learn that working together, we can surely accomplish more than each of us can alone.
Yep, and having the, like, 4 colors, the team stuff. Yeah.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed that episode of RWBY Fairy Tales. To experience more folklore from the world of Remnant, you can actually pick up the book that this series was adapted from right now, wherever books are sold.
I have it.
Or just watch more episodes in the series as they drop here on Rooster Teeth. Either way supports the show and RWBY.
So, those were the Hunter's children. Interesting indeed. It seems to be kind of like the origin of the teams kind of story. The reason why the schools usually have 4 people and work as a team together. So that seems to be like the main takeaway here. I like the children. They were very different from one another. And that was the point, that their talents kind of were good for cooperation with one another and not, they're good on their own, but to actually succeed, they needed to work together. And, let's see. The Hunter's children. Are there a few nice... Okay, there's like this interesting picture of the probably like the representing each of the children. And well, that's all. It's a very short one, even though this has been quite a long one. But yeah, I don't think I'll take away much more from this story though. Like, it was a nice, heartfelt thing about the power of friendship. Yeah. And that's basically it. So the next one is called The Shallow Sea. And we've actually heard about that one. Back in Volume 3, when Pyrrha was recounting the fairy tales she knew. Like, the girl in the tower was one of them, but also The Shallow Sea. And the 2 brothers, and we never really got to know what the Shallow Sea means and how it is connected, because we got the tale of the 2 brothers, we got the girl in the tower, but what's the Shallow Sea, Osborne recounts 2 distinct origin myths regarding the faunus. Okay. Origin myths for the faunus, that is interesting. Because if we remember the world of Remnant and, all the background stuff for the faunus, we never really know how they actually were made or how they, came to be. There's been a few theories, of course. And I guess when they actually say myths, then we cannot be sure about it, but it will be interesting to find out what might be a part of where the faunus came from. Yeah, I am up for that. That's one of the mysteries still there, how did the faunus came to be? But yeah, let's go in 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, let's see about the faunus.
Faunus parents entertain their children with bedtime stories about where they came from.
Okay.
We are special, they say. We were chosen. But chosen by whom? the god of animals traveled all over Remnant, seeking those who were a little more than human, and invited them to sail to the shallow sea to discover their destiny.
You did not fit in where you came from, but I know who you are. Leave this boat. Enter the water. It will wash your old life away and show what you've always been just below the surface. You belong here. You are home.
The music sounds like the music we had in the bandit camp, though.
Some of the people leapt at the chance the god offered.
Oh, and the others were like,
Others
why?
were more skeptical.
Though the sea did not touch you, it has revealed your own shallowness.
Ooh, well that's a message.
Fables often teach lessons, such as the importance of looking beneath the skin.
Yeah.
But for Faunus, the story of the shallow sea does something more vital. It reminds them from a young age that their own lives have value.
That's good.
But Faunus are forced to grow up quickly. As they mature, they learn darker stories, in which the truth lies closer to the surface.
All right.
Many, many years ago, in a faraway land, there was a war between humans and animals.
Okay.
Why do you fight each other?
Are you human?
Animal?
I am neither and both. Why are you
He's gonna
fighting?
merge them.
They are not like us.
Why must everyone be the same?
We worry about what they might do to us.
So you have something in common, after all. Judge not what you fear others may do, but by their actions.
We've seen the evil in their hearts. Humans are even more capable of destroying things than they are at creating.
Animals are stronger than us, but they will not join us in fighting the Grimm.
You tried to control us. Why should we risk our lives to protect yours? The
That
Grimm
makes
have
sense.
never bothered us. All we want is to be free.
You are too wild. You must be tamed so you won't steal from us. All we want is to live in safety and in peace.
You assume the worst about one another.
Yep.
But you are more alike than you know. If only you could see your best qualities as I do, and embrace your differences. I can end this conflict here, but only if all submit to my judgment, whatever it may
Are they?
be.
We accept your judgment.
All right, and now he's gonna merge them, or you know, create Faunus out of all of them, and then they're gonna be very similar. Yep, create Faunus out of all of them.
I thought the god would choose the superior species.
Perhaps they have.
Were you human or animal before?
It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
I can see so far.
Look,
I'm so strong.
I'm walking like a monkey.
Seems we are neither human nor animals now.
Nope.
Then what are we?
Better than both.
Well, damn.
And it seems we now have a common enemy.
Yep, because now the Grimm are attacking you too. Well, still not
But
over.
we live here. Don't you know us?
We don't even know what you are.
Oh yeah.
Were we so narrow-minded when we were human?
Yes.
Yes.
And so the Faunus left in search of a place they could live peacefully together, where they could become the best versions of themselves. These fables may seem fantastic, yet they reflect the real and unfortunate history of conflicts between humans and Faunus. And though different versions of the same story, they have some things in common.
They do.
Faunus leaving behind their old lives to create a new future for themselves, as well as the notion that humans and Faunus need each other to survive. if we all set aside our differences and work toward a shared purpose, how much better would Remnant be for everyone?
Yep. We have a message again.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed that
Hello
episode
again.
of Fairy Tales. To experience more folklore from the world of Remnant, you can actually pick up the book that this series was adapted from right now, wherever books are sold.
I know.
Or just watch more episodes in the series as they drop here on Rooster Teeth. Either way supports the show and RWBY.
This is gonna be it for this video. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about the Shallow Sea, of course. First, let's see, what does the Shallow Sea have here in this book? Beep. 26. Okay, first we got a picture of the Faunus and the retreating boat. Then this thing, whatever that is. And nothing else. Like a few fishes. But yeah, we got two distinct stories here that are pretty much connected, but you know, they're still a little bit different. The first one is very simple. People jump into the Shallow Sea and they become Faunus. They become more than their surface showed before, basically. And you know, the ones who didn't jump in were very shallow, which is definitely the reason why this is called this way. And you know, just having the notion that people who don't accept the Faunus are pretty shallow because they can't judge them not based on their features. They judge them because of how they look like instead of what they do, how they act. So they're pretty shallow. The second one was, of course, a little bit more complicated. Also a little bit more interesting because it was, you know, longer and more, you know. We had the animals and humans fight each other, which is weird but interesting. So, I mean, I'm not saying this is gonna be true, you know, but because just fighting the animals like that, maybe the animals talked at first. We don't know. I mean, Zwei seems really intelligent. So maybe that's just how animals work in this world. So yeah, they fought each other and then they all became Faunus. So even though they were different, then each of them was something in between, something else. And they weren't that different anymore, at least not from like a species perspective. They were basically the same, even though, you know, different animal traits, but that didn't matter, of course. And you know, they weren't really accepted by the other humans then, because that's how it is. Because they are weirded out that a few people that they maybe knew before are now not humans anymore, not in the way they define it. So that's a thing. So yeah, the message here, if there's a speck of truth in the story or not, the message is just don't judge someone by what their outside looks like. And that is basically the whole point. Because, you know, Faunus are still people. They just look different. Fun, and they have different skills sometimes, but that's the charm, isn't it? So yeah, another very different and interesting story. So we got like the more horror thing with the Grim Child. We had the Hunter's Children, which kind of explained a little bit about, you know, why we have teams. And now like Origin of the Faunus kind of thing. So I'm very curious about what the next episode will hold, because, you know, the next episode, in a sense, because the girl in the tower is pretty sure what it is about. We only think about the details, and I have read The Warrior in the Woods. So, The Indecisive King will be the next one, which I don't know anything about yet. But that's gonna be in a different video. I quite enjoyed those fairy tales. I wouldn't be mad if they made more. So, yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for today. It's been a long video. I didn't think I would take that long for one of them. But yeah, that's gonna be it. And on this note, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!